Well, those of you who've been following trade union news will have noticed over the past week that we've had a situation where the major trade union in the teaching profession and the major municipal union have both been to court. Then there's the ongoing rumpus, of course, with the National Union of Metal Workers, NUMSA and COSATU, and will they split or won't they? What this boils down to is that the trade union movement, the labour movement, and its major federation, COSATU, is in a bit of disarray. And this is actually, I think, evidenced by the fact that you don't have any sort of proactivity coming through. The labour movement still has the potential power if it could get its act together. But instead, what do we have? We have the constant sniping, carping about neoliberal orientation, neoliberal economic policies, and a demand that the private sector should get its act together and adopt social responsibility. But you know, to my mind, that call comes down to asking company directors, it's akin to calling them to act illegally. Because you see, it is the fiduciary duty, the financial duty of a company director to maximize profits for shareholders, not for consumers or the community at large. And there's a wonderful court case, goes back to 1919, the Michigan Supreme Court in the United States, Dodge versus Ford. The Dodge brothers, before they built their own cars, were 25% shareholders in the Ford Motor Company. And Henry Ford, he was a harsh boss, but he was a bit of an eccentric. And in 1918, he decided to cut the prices of his cars, although he had no competition, as a gift to consumers. The Dodge brothers went bananas. They took him to court and said this would be illegal. And the court ruled that it was. And that essentially is what the system is all about. So you see, the labour movement should be putting forward alternatives. They did that in 1996. COSATU, what is today FEDUSA, and NACTU all came together and put forward a fairly well-structured program, a reformist program, which called for redistribution of wealth leading to growth. The opposite, in fact, turning on its head the idea of trickle-down that we have now of growth leading to redistribution. Of course, this is anathema to free marketeers, but it's something that can be done, especially in any parliamentary democracy, because it's not just big capital and private enterprise that has the leverage, the clout. The unions and communities, because politicians need their votes, also have considerable leverage, so they can bring about some sort of change which could create more jobs, would perhaps reduce the large wage and welfare gap. And given the ideological fissures that are evident now within the ANC and the government, it's possible that they could do this. And I think at this stage, we really desperately need some kind of economic alternatives. So let's hope the unions can get their acts together. This, in any event, is going to be the focus of my Inside Labour column this week, which you can read on this platform, Fin24, tomorrow, and in print in the business section of City Press on Sunday. And of course, you can always comment, condemn, even compliment by writing in to editor@fin24.com. You don't have to go via the Facebook portal. You can simply email to editor@fin24.com. And for this week, that's all from me. Cheers.